I'm Lenny Clifford for RedFOX Labs with Ben Fairbank, the co-founder and CEO. We're back in for our weekly AMA. Big milestone achieved for RedFOX Labs as RFOX.Finance was launched on Monday. What a moment for everyone in the team and the community. Benny, congrats so much on the launch, mate. We're dying to know how it went, so let's get into it. It was an intense time in the war room leading up to the launch, and such an exciting moment as you launched at around 5:30 Vietnam time, and that's when the epic battle for VFOX started. It was mate versus mate, and the frenzy lasted for about 30 seconds. And I think our mouses took a pounding, and a lucky few were left with a bag of the first VFOX on issue. Such an exciting experience. What's your take on the launch?
Yeah, it's very interesting because we see it very differently, obviously, from the other side of the fence because it's on the deployment side. So we're not involved in that side of the launches. But as is always the case, BSC was having high congestion at that time, and it even delayed the start of the farm, even though the blocks had rolled by because it wasn't showing up. So such is the demand for BSC now. I mean, back in 2017-18, cats blew up Ethereum, and now dogs are blowing up BSC. So it's been interesting. And the thing is, when you've got a very small supply and a high demand, there's always going to be people that miss out. But the good part about it is it's balanced out a little bit now. The farming rewards are extremely high. And as a result of that, it's pretty good in a market that's sort of ebbing and flowing to be able to have some sort of a passive reward system. So yeah, we're very, very happy. It was as smooth as it could have gone under these circumstances.
Yeah, so it was pretty action-packed, and yeah, as you said, BSC had some issues. You kind of broke it. Was CZ annoyed? Did he write you a letter?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, it was fantastic to have such an overwhelming response. But now the real work starts, because now we have to start really penetrating into the BSC side of things and making sure that we grow our community, which is one of the main reasons we're there.
Yeah, that's it. And yeah, of course, there were some disappointed people. Fair enough, I missed out too. It looks like I'll still be driving the Mazda for a while. But, I have to take responsibility at the end of the day, and I was the one that was in control of the mouse, the gas settings, the slippage. I knew I was competing against people all across the world. It's really lucky if you got some. So congrats to those guys who did, guys and girls. And, for those that didn't, there's plenty of other launches and other cryptos to get involved with if they're just after chasing quick gains. Go for it. But we should also take note that what's being built here and what it means for the RedFOX Labs ecosystem overall, think about what it means long-term now that RFOX.Finance has been launched. So for those who didn't get VFOX in the launch, what is the next opportunity for them?
Yeah, well, two things. I mean, first of all, we're going to be doing a burn mechanism now. We had internal guesses on what we thought the amount of RFOX would be burnt at the end of the first week, because we're going to be doing a burn every week. I think we're going to be wildly out. We've already hit 2 million in the first 12 hours. So 2 million RFOX already slated to be burned. I can't imagine what's going to happen after a 5-month period. But for those who missed out, you've got the deflationary token now. But the other thing is, in 2 weeks, you'll be able to take your RFOX across and put them in a single-sided staking pool. So there's no competition. It just means that you'll get a slice of the pool depending on how many people are in there. But ultimately, you don't have any impermanent loss to worry about. You don't have to understand any farming techniques or principles. You can just lock your token away and earn some VFOX for doing so. So that's what's next for the RFOX holders, is 100% the staking, and also looking forward to the burn parties.
Yeah, okay. And how great does the RFOX.Finance side look? Are you happy?
Yeah, I am. I mean, there's obviously, I'm pretty tough to please, and there's probably 5 or 6 things that I want to see fixed pretty soon. But, it does look very good, and it is slick, and they did spend a lot of time on it. But ultimately, we want perfection, and so we're never going to be satisfied with what we first bring out. What we do with everything is, and this is the way the venture builder works, is it's MVP, find the product market fit, and then just go the whole hog on making sure it's the best in the market. So that's one of the questions we get a lot is so many different products and projects, why all at once and why are they all coming together? We've been building these for a long time, but the interoperability is not going to be sustainable unless we're clicking together our ventures and our ecosystem products. So it's imperative that we start getting a number of these products out now and get them into the ecosystem and make sure that we're utilizing those for the running of the ventures.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was going to say, now that it is launched, what does it mean overall for the ecosystem and your roadmap?
Yeah, I mean, for the ecosystem, it's fantastic. It means that we've got this clear division now. We've created a deflationary system and burn mechanism for the RFOX tokens. We've given RFOX tokens the ability to be able to travel, have bags will travel, so they can now go to other chains, which is fantastic. And this is all part of what we talked about in our roadmap with interoperability. The actual public release of the game after a bit full makeover is very close now. That will also be powered a lot through the RFOX token. The metaverse, when it finally comes out, will be all powered through the RFOX token, whether it be at top level or underneath. So all the pieces are starting to come together. So next you'll start seeing the streaming platforms, the NFT platforms very close for the first iteration. So lots of stuff rolling out, and lots of people will say, gosh, it's hard to keep up with all those products. But for those who have been around for 3 years, they've been saying, where's the product? So it's now that culmination of things coming together, and we're extremely excited. Lots of balls to juggle, teams growing extremely fast still every week. So we're doing our level best to make sure that this ecosystem is fully self-sufficient and interoperable.
It is really an amazing ecosystem, and just like to say, we're at that stage of the market where you get the Mark Zuckerbergs calling their goats Max and Bitcoin, and you also get your conventional friends, the types that are pretty straight, degree educated, they got married, they bought a house, they've got a fat mortgage, they get the news from American talk shows, and now they're going, hey, I'm an investor, I'm going to go and buy some crypto or some Doge. And they still don't get blockchain. Organizations have products and services, and they bring in revenue, they have utility. They think crypto is a meme. So what I'm trying to get at is that RedFOX Labs really has some solid utility, especially now that the RFOX.Finance has launched. And creating that's been a big focus for you, right? Why is it so important?
Well, I think going back to your point, there isn't many actual blockchain businesses out there that are making profit. I mean, that's what we've got to get to. We've got to get to a situation where, because at the moment, let's be honest, it's the meme coins reign supreme, and anything that can be pumped is it's what happens in bull runs. So ultimately, it's jostling for ludicrous position. What we're trying to do is build a sustainable business in an ecosystem that actually does produce revenue, provides ongoing value, is going to be here tomorrow. And there isn't a lot doing that at this stage because it's the harder route to go. It would be a lot easier for us to just take $200,000 and say, let's just do some ridiculous meme competition or something like that and just become a complete joke. But the fact is that's not what we're here for. That's not why we're here. We're here to actually use this technology that we know is going to be the backbone of future forward businesses, and make sure that we've actually built something that is sustainable and does have those revenue streams. So yeah, it's been a big focus for us to make sure that all of the components fit together, and we need to get them right. It's very difficult to get the timing exactly right, and also making sure that the products are of a quality that we're happy with. We're extremely particular about making sure that things work, and we're very dissatisfied with the infancy of the industry and tools and technology, and it doesn't allow us to yet fulfill the vision in a simplistic way like we want to, but we definitely are working and taking strides to make sure that we do get there as fast as we can.
Okay, all right. And Altcoin Daily interviewed Nugs recently, and he talked about his checklist for investing in RFOX. His checklist was that it has DeFi, it has a presence in the Asian market, it has a gaming division, and it's a small cap. So that's quite a unique combo. He also mentioned that having a point of difference is key. Would you say that your point of difference is all of those above, or is there anything else that was missed out?
I think that is a relatively good summary. I think the only other things are that we've got our ecosystem is completely interoperable. Like a lot of projects are doing things as standalones. We don't see anything as a standalone. Like we see the ability to bring games into the virtual world. We see the ability to bring streaming into the virtual world. We see the ability to do cashback and the e-commerce streaming into the world. We see the ability to bring the NFT platform into the world. So we see everything as being fully interoperable. And I think that having that ecosystem as a base and having a virtual world that can launch these ventures and help to feed these ventures That's a unique selling point and a definite point of difference.
Okay, so this is all coming together really nicely for RedFOX Labs. And before we wrap up, Benny, what's the plan for RedFOX Labs team over this next week?
We do a full synopsis and review on what we've just rolled out, how to make it better, how to capitalize on it, how to market it, how to really get that strategy going forwards. And then we assess everything we've done. We assess all of the technical side of things. Do we need more support? Do we need more people? Do we need a different plan of attack? We've got people in now to help us with processes and systems that are a lot more advanced, and we're getting a lot more professional on that side of things. So it's more of a review the week that was, and then full crack on into the full game rollout, and then into the how we get all the payment systems and infrastructure into play as well, because we've got a lot of stuff coming up and we need a lot of infrastructure for this.
Okay, guys, that's it for now. That was a big week for RedFOX Labs. It's only just beginning its epic journey. We're keen to hear your questions and comments, so feel free to leave them below. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks, Benny.
No worries. Thanks, guys. See you.